Safety while driving is as simple as ABC. Always be careful. Now, being careful is not just limited or streamlined to obeying the rules and regulations of the road. It goes way beyond that to the simplest things that you deem unnecessary or overlook, like ensuring that your vehicle has the required peripherals such as the wheel spanner, the seat cushion, spare tire, jack, and fire extinguishers. Today, of all the safety kits that I've mentioned, I'm going to talk about the fire extinguisher. Now, a fire accident can occur anywhere at any time. So that's why it's always important for you to have a fire extinguisher in your vehicle. So save yourself and save the lives of so many others. Save them from the trauma of fire accidents by ensuring that your vehicle has a fire extinguisher. This brings to mind an accident that occurred some time back, where a couple and a 9-month-old baby strapped to the car seat were involved in a serious accident where the car actually tumbled and landed upside down. Now, the fuel was leaking from the fuel tank and the bonnet started to emit smoke. The car was on the verge of a fire outbreak. Several people passed by, good Samaritans. They tried to help, but there was no way they could put out the fire that was already starting to escalate. There was no way they could put out the fire because none of them had a fire extinguisher. But thankfully, a lifesaver came along and he had a fire extinguisher in his vehicle and was able to put out the fire and forcefully wrenched open the car to save the couple and the baby. Even though they were battered, but they were not completely burnt. They were not badly burnt at all. So it's always important for you to have a fire extinguisher in the car. Now, it's not just about having a fire extinguisher. You must ensure that you refill your fire extinguisher after usage, and it's imperative for you to understand that fire extinguishers can expire because over time the neck begins to weaken and it would allow compressed gas to leak out of the fire extinguisher, and a fire extinguisher that doesn't have pressure cannot operate. So whether you use it or not, you must ensure that you constantly check and maintain your fire extinguisher. So ensure that your fire extinguisher meets all your relevant needs, meaning that your fire extinguisher must be relevant, must be suitable, and must be applicable in all situations, and always must be in your vehicle. And it should also be turned upside down periodically because the chemical could settle at the bottom of the fire extinguisher. And remember, fire extinguisher is a common word, but so many lives are tied to it, especially in a vehicle. You must have one.